Another chance, another day, and another opportunity for perhaps the future of Philippine basketball to show what they can do or if they have what it takes. And this is once again the National Developmental Sports League Basketball Series. And we are live in the MedPark Sports Center for our fourth game of the day. Another 25 and under matchup. This time it'll be between the San Gabriel Seraphs and the Adamson Soaring Falcons. So again, Adamson having a 1-2 record. On the other hand, winless team are the Colegio de San Gabriel Archangel Seraphs. But let's see if they can change their fates. And right now, we shall turn it over to our venue announcer, Ryan Paro, for the starting five.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Live from the MedPark Sports Center in Pasay City. This is game 1-6 elimination round of the regular season of the National Developmental Sports League. Season 25 is being featuring Colegio de San Gabriel Archangel Seraphs versus the Adamson University Soaring Falcons. And now let's meet with the CDSGA Seraphs. At center number 1, we will beat us. Point guard number 10, NDSL. Shooting guard number 20, Jay Bozela. Small forward number 9, Jay Lauro. And power forward number 6, Jonah Big. The head coach of the Seraphs is Mark Asilas. Assisted by Jay De La Serna, Dave Amelino, Sports Director, Coach Kiko Rollins. And on the starters with Adamson Soaring Falcons. At center number 5, Tana Precious. Point guard number 24, Bobby Reddy. Shooting guard number 17, Enzo Kente. Small forward number 23, John Langa Bayon. And our forward number 0, Axel Majon. Coaching the Adamson Falcons Special Assistant, Will Marcos. Our visuals for this game are Kuchi Practisan, Ampayawan Pabina, Ampay 2 Dinas Minas. This game is under the supervision of Commissioner Joel Moore. This is the National Developmental Sports League of Liga ng Atleta Pilipinas.
Once again, this game is between your Colegio de San Gabriel Seraphs and of course the Adamson Soaring Falcons. As we take a look on our starting five, Celis, Toseda, Lauro, Linquico, and Diaz for the Seraphs. And for Adamson, Eding, Competente, Abayon, Manzon, and Precious Jonah. Again, Adamson, another known basketball program in the Philippines. And of course, an up-and-coming basketball program trying to build themselves up, the Seraphs. First point of the game for Precious Jonah.
Yes, in their first couple of games, they weren't really getting him the ball in proper scoring position that much.
But of course, sky is the limit for these young guns.
You know, like our previous game, this is like a David and Goliath matchup. So again, the formula is the smaller team has to try to outrun, gang rebound, and hit the three-point shot with any combination of the three.
Almost the same theme as our last game. Meanwhile, they grab a steal.
Yes, Jonah tried to dribble his way into the basket.
Celis, no good on the shot. They get it back. On the floor, outside, Lauro. Drop pass. Ooh, shot is blocked.
Shot clock winding down.
Helter-skelter basketball will go with Adamson.
So many bodies under the bucket. You know, Adamson is such a good developmental program that their UAAP head coach, Nasir Rosella, has expressed his concerns about their players getting poached even at the high school level.
And that is an issue, you know, outside, of course, playing basketball. But then again, you know, that will greatly impact the program of Adamson as a whole moving forward. But meanwhile, this guy, Renzo Competente, I'm sure is looking to play for Adamson finally next season. Came from the FU Tamaraus, attended high school in the US, of course. Transferred to Adamson just last year.
Look at how disruptive the defense is, but the Seraphs are showing that they can hang with the Falcons, at least in these opening minutes.
The 21-year-old Lauro hits a 3. 5 points for him so far. All 5 points actually belonging to Lauro. Meanwhile, Edding and company trying to figure out some offense. Jonah inside. Jonah, basket and one.
And one thing he has to consider also is a lot of big men, when they get the ball inside, they do this power dribble to create momentum to go up strong. But you don't have to do that all the time, see? That's originally a Moses Malone move.
Well, good thing he's, you know,
He's what,
a lot of inches tall.
6'9".
So he has the luxury of committing those kinds of things.
I mean, he walked past me and I was looking up at his chin, so he's at least 6'9".
2-point lead. Lauro to Celis against Edding. Celis, nowhere to go. High pass to Lauro. Three minutes passing by chapter 1.
A lot of action early in this game.
Edding to Competente. Manzon to the left side, Abayon. No good.
And look at how quickly they get the ball up.
Not that time, says Jonah.
He could have been called for basket interference because he pushed the backboard.
Meanwhile, Matt Edding finds its way to the ring.
We're going back and forth. By no means does Adamson have this ball in this game under their control.
That's going to be a challenge for Edding and the other guards. Competente to Abayon. Renzo again. He'll lose it.
It's too much traffic.
Celis flying. Air Celis in transition.
Boy, great job of using his body to keep the ball away from the defense. What a game.
It's 9-7, only a 2-point game. Competente.
I think Adamson's a little surprised.
I'm sure they are. The Seraphs introducing themselves. Meanwhile, Edding introducing himself this game in great fashion. A chance to make it a 3-point play.
He's been shredding the defense.
We'll take another look again. Edding closely guarded, but finding a way and picking the lock. The freebies coming up. Bonus freebie coming up for Edding.
Well, the pace of this game's got everybody sweating profusely already. And it is warm here inside the venue, and it's lunchtime.
We're seeing a couple of substitutions. The Seraphs adding some size.
Relatively speaking.
So that one is B-Guy, starting next to Jonah. So hopefully that's going to be an effective strategy for them, adding more size to their lineup, as Edding will make it a 3-point play.
Well, even at that size, they're still quicker. So that's the advantage they need to really exploit.
Nosedal. The screen from B-Guy. Offensive foul. And now we turn it over to Beyonce Puspus for an in-game report.
Soaring Falcons head coach Wilfie Magbuhos arrived just minutes before the game due to having to finish his advanced microeconomics finals first. And this same sentiment can be shared with other members like Ronzone and Cañete, who will be missing today's game. And due to their finals, Coach Benji Sipin is aiming to put in every player throughout the game to see who will fit their system best. He said that when it comes to culture, their culture is excellence above all, both in basketball and academics, which is why most of these players we're watching right now will also have to rush back to their school after their games for their exams. Let's observe whether they can keep their minds off their finals and their focus on winning this game. Cholo and Bill?
Thank you very much, Beyonce. And that is, one of the things I admire about these types of schools. They prioritize academics first.
Yes, you are a student athlete, not an athlete student. And the problem is the school calendar is staggered, and it's not the same for all the other schools. A lot of schools were already on their vacation at the end of April.
So that's a good note on the side of Coach Will Magbuhos. But of course, still, it's going to be hard to play without some of their players.
Yes.
As we all know, Cadron Zone, he's an effective point guard for them. Same with Kenji Cañete, a scorer.
And from game to game, if your lineup changes, it really impacts everything. It causes a ripple effect. Even something as simple as you replace the point guard, and he knows all the plays.
And right now, their primary ball handler seems to be Matt Edding. As Sahili attacks. 2 freebies coming up for Zahir Sahili. As we're nearing the 5-minute mark of our first chapter. First one on its way. They have a 5-point lead currently. First one is off the mark for Sahili.
Something you really got to work on, especially in close games.
1 out of 2 for Zahir Sahili. So Kobe Demisana checks in for the Soaring Falcons. And De Los Santos checks in for the Seraphs. Celis running, not wasting any time. Lauro is outside.
Now they pull it out and try to set.
De Los Santos picks it up. Outside, they have 4 to shoot. De Los Santos gets blocked by Edding.
Only 2 seconds left on the clock. And it is going to be very difficult for them to get one-on-one penetrations because the Falcons are just so much taller.
Celis, fadeaway 3. Ooh.
Very bad foul. He wants to have a review, but it's only the first quarter. Save it for later.
Matt Edding in disbelief. You can hear him rant to Coach Will Magbuhos. We'll take another look.
I don't think there was much contact. He was going to fall backwards no matter what.
Nevertheless, great sell by Celis.
Oh, yeah.
That'll favor them, at least for now. As he'll go 1 out of 2. One more try after this one.
It also depends on the angle. That's how they sell you punches in an action movie. If the camera's behind the point of contact, it looks like there was a collision even if there wasn't.
But Celis fumbling 2 of his freebies, only converting 1.
Yes. So he's a good salesman, not a good collector.
Demisana unable to capitalize.
Yes, that's not really his role, but he's, adjusting to the changes in the lineup.
Oh, De Los Santos scoring.
It's aggressiveness and maturity that's carrying the Seraphs in this game.
It's a 3-point game. De Jesus to Umali. To the other side. Sikat for three. Bingo!
That's a big shot.
Timeout called by Coach Mark Acenas as they're trailing by 5 points under 4 minutes remaining. And we'll be back for more. We'll take another look on that Kyle De Los Santos shot in transition among the Giants. But of course, Sikat answering back with a corner three.
15 to 10.
Over 3 minutes remaining. De Los Santos.
All right.
Good at the fadeaway.
There you go.
Celis cuts it to just
3:07 to go. 4-point game.
oh, great
You know,
steal
the
and
Seraphs are
hustle.
simply just out-hustling and are being more consistent than the Falcons at this stage.
Celis for three. Way off.
Look at that. Falcons caught napping on the rebound.
Linkiko was there.
Always position yourself properly under the basket when a shot's taken.
Sikat. One more time from deep.
We have a shootout.
And Gian Sikat showing some range.
There's more pressure now by the Soaring Falcons. That's gonna hurt.
Demisana to Sahili. Umali will try a three.
It's too long. They had plenty of time.
Nosidal drops it. The attack. De Los Santos that rolls out of the rim. Under 2 minutes remaining in chapter 1. Sikat to the other side, Zahili. De Jesus for three. Hits.
That's going to be a very big weapon for Adamson, especially when they face taller teams in the UAAP.
But they still have this game to worry about.
Oh, yes. 8-point lead.
Celis to Linkiko. Mid-range jumper. Not that time.
The rest of the team didn't know he was going to take that shot.
Umali to Demisana. Kobe. Unable to capitalize, gets it back. Finally 2 points.
Great. Now, finally, some aggressiveness being shown by Demisana.
So now it's a 10-point lead by Adamson. The Seraphs trying to generate some offense. This is more than manageable for them. Linkiko to Nosedal. He goes left. Last minute pass. De Los Santos. Linkiko again. On the back iron.
Final minute.
De Jesus to the wing. Sahili attacks. 2 points.
Wow, showing some moves there.
12-point lead now in favor of Adamson.
They'll probably get the ball back.
Celis to Linkiko. Lauro outside.
Still plenty of time. No need to rush.
Oh, Umali sending that to nobody.
It was what we call a memo pass, to whom it may concern.
I believe that was intended for De Jesus.
Or if you happen to be in the area.
Seems to be some contact. Ocedal getting called out. Torres checks in. Same goes with Fritz Lelosa for the Seraphs.
The technical foul on the Gabrielian Seraphs for having 6 players on the court.
Sloppy mistake for the Seraphs. Gabe De Jesus at the line. Freebie is good. "13 seconds remaining."
Another thing that coaches are going to have to teach these younger players is your decision making in terms of how much time is left on the clock. You know, if there's like 40, 45 seconds, use a little less time so that you can get the ball back.
That time the Seraphs unsuccessful. De Jesus scoring in transition plus a foul to beat the buzzer. And a chance to make it a 3-point play for Gabe De Jesus.
Yes.
We'll take another look again. No wasted movement, but of course credit CJ O'Malley for that gorgeous dish. De Jesus made a technical freebie a while ago, and he'll make one more this time. At least we'll try to.
Exact time is 0.317.
Oh, so there's still a little time left on the clock because you have to, you know, make room for human error or delay in pressing the button. So if he misses, the Seraphs will still get, well, even if he makes, the Seraphs will still get the ball. But 0.3 of a second is not much.
So De Jesus at the line. And there you go. That is our first period. 32-14, 16-point lead earned by the Adams and Soaring Falcons. But the Seraphs looking to prove themselves as a formidable opponent against Adamson. And we'll see if that'll be the case for our second period. We'll be back for more action. We go back to the action, 30-14. 16-point lead handled by the Adams and Soaring Falcons. And again, even though they have the 16-point lead, you can see the Seraphs really eager, really desperate to get their first win ever in this NDSL basketball series. Obviously, the underdogs won't go out without a fight.
Oh yes, definitely so. And if you look at the numbers, a lot of balance on the part of the Adams and Soaring Falcons, and they really dominated with their bench points 18-2 against the Seraphs. That's a huge margin.
And now we turn it over to Beyonce Puspus for a report.
Bill, earlier you've mentioned how replacing players impacts the games. But well, that's one thing that the Seraphs are definitely doing. They're changing some of their players every 3 to 4 games according to head coach Mark Acenas. With this system, familiarity is inevitably a challenge. But a challenge is exactly what they're seeking. With having a roster consisting of almost only 18 to 19-year-olds join in this 25 under league. Even going as far as saying that that the losing part is actually the winning part for these Seraphs. Sports Director Coach Kiko Flores states that they have a player-first program, putting emphasis on guaranteeing the Seraphs' well-being both on the court and inside the classrooms. Cholo and Bill.
Thank you very much,
You know,
Fiance, for that report.
that's good and all, but you still have to win your basketball games. I'm all for holistic approaches, but you still have to win the game.
Obviously,
That was traveling.
Jonah on the floor a while ago.
Shot clock down to 1 second.
Heading. Shot clock violation forced by the Seraphs. And again, props to the Seraph Sports Director, Coach Kiko Flores. Again, good mindset to have on developing a
yeah.
sports program.
Definitely. And when you think about how young these players are vis-a-vis the other teams, that's a major accomplishment.
But hopefully, they won't stick with moral wins. At least not only with moral wins, as that'll be a miss.
Well, the moral victories can only get you so far.
Heading in transition, backs the lock.
Very slow Euro step.
Adamson doubling the effort of the Seraphs.
And look now, the Seraphs are putting more bodies on the boards, getting more rebounds.
Fritz Lalosa, though, making 2 points. Competente for 3. Won't work for Renzo. Bautista pushing the pace. Challenges Edding.
Tried to get the contact first, but he traveled. They have the right idea in pushing the tempo. But once Adamson adjusts, they have to think ahead. Kick it out for an open three-pointer or pass inside the paint, pass in the tight situations. They have to learn that.
They have to have a continuous change of strategies. As this time, Torres fumbles the shot.
You can't be afraid of getting blocked. If you get blocked, you get blocked. You know, that's an issue of pride.
And you can see Mark Asenas, Coach Mark Asenas, furious on that sorry miss from Ryan Torres.
You know, Bill Russell says you don't have to block every shot. You just have to make them think you will. 3-on-2.
Torres still not redeeming himself.
No, definitely. So many players complaining to the referees. Heading will sit down. Let's see who takes the lead for the Falcons.
It's gonna be O'Malley. He'll lose it though. Inside, that's good for Magsisi. And timeout called right here by Coach Will Magbuhos as they're up by 12 points. 3 minutes passing by chapter 2. And we'll take another look. Again, great hustle for the Seraphs, leading to 2 points, and we'll be back for more. Back to the action. Again, 3 minutes passing by chapter 2. 12-point lead by Adamson. Jonah inside. Jonah, outside dish. Competente for 3. Fouled on the act of shooting. Renzo will shoot 2 freebies. Or rather, 3 freebies.
32-20. The Soaring Falcons is really chomping at the bit to break this game open, and the Seraphs hanging tough.
First one is good for Renzo Competente. Again, was the best player of the game in Adamson's previous game. Second one is good for the lefty. Oh, wait a minute. Just, that was a long two, so only 2 freebies. But nobody really boxed out for the basketball.
Nobody paying attention.
Everybody thought it was 3 free throws. And right now, Torres goes right against
Whoa!
Jonah. But Jonah sending that shot back to the friend zone.
He sent it into yesterday. 15 seconds still on the shot clock.
La Losa jumps it to Torres. Outside, Magsisi attacks by the head pass. La Losa, not that time, they get it back. Torres, mid-range jumper, that works.
Now, there's a lot of good ball movement on the part of the Seraphs. It's the finish that's the problem. Another turnover by Adamson.
Torres, same spot, same result.
Now, Adamson is starting to play defensive basketball. They're playing not to lose. It's only this guy, Jonah, who's trying to really play to win. They're playing too carefully. They're unmindful of the situation around them. It's like they got rattled.
Another look on that mid-range jumper for Ryan Torres. Actually, 2 of those. Same spot, same result for him. They will need more of those. It'll be hard for them to attack while Jonah is in the floor.
And that's a good idea, you know, you make one shot, try to get it from the same spot.
Jonah inside. He gets blocked.
And he taps the ball out.
What a challenge.
Oh yeah, that's a morale booster for the Seraphs. And look at the smile on Jonah's face. You know he's gonna get payback.
La Losa for 3. In and out.
They've got to hit that shot to draw Jonah out of the paint.
Let's take another look. What a challenge it was. Again, Jonah had bad intentions, but Bautista staying true.
You know, Larry Bird once said, you don't need to block the shot at the top of the ball. As long as you deflect the ball, that's good enough.
Wise words coming from top 10 player of all time in the NBA.
Demisana back on the floor for Adamson.
No more Jonah for them, but still. Torres,
Whoa.
unable. Bautista out of nowhere.
What a jump. The lead is down to 8, Cholo.
What did he have for lunch? The Jesus, though, will ruin the fun for everybody.
There's so many highs and lows in this game.
Magsisi.
That was a clear push. Can't complain about that. That was a clear foul. And smart players always attack the new guy who comes onto the floor because they're still getting oriented, still not in the flow of the game.
10-point lead by the Soaring Falcons. Magsisi at the line. First one is good. One out of 2. Magsisi trying to get back, but they won't. Umali to Demisana. Abayon this time. To De Jesus inside to Sikat. 2 point for Adamson.
That's the problem with the swarming, double-teaming defense, is that the paint is often left unprotected.
Some contact inside. CJ O'Malley getting called once again.
Restless substitution now by Adamson.
Fritz De Losa will send it out. Torres outside. Torres asking for a pick. De Losa provides it. Torres, mid-range jumper. Short. Still with them. Bautista for three. Not that time. Put back. Still won't fall for the Seraphs. De Jesus.
I don't see why Adamson's in a bit of a rush here.
Heading the pick from Demisana. Heading to Sikat at the corner for three. Too strong. They get it back. Sikat to Edding. He'll go left. The spin. The scoop. Too short.
So many fouls here by both teams. They're committing unnecessary fouls.
Two fouls now for Matt Edding. The attack by Magsisi. 2 points in transition.
Read the defense very well. Adamson caught napping.
The blitz on Edding. Demisana. Ends up with Sikat. He'll attack right. Finds Sahili at the corner. Sikat for three. No good.
Bad shot selection by Adamson in the last couple of minutes. They're allowing the Seraphs to get back into this game.
Mid-range jumper, not that time. That was Domingo. De Jesus, the lefty. Too strong. Sahili gets it back. Demisana receives it. The big guy will attack and slam it home. Woo! Kobe Demisana with an exclamation point.
40-29, more secure 11-point lead now for Adamson. But they're in the penalty.
Domingo sends it home from the mid-range.
They really needed that.
Edding now, sorting his cards. De Jesus back to Edding outside. He'll try a three. Matt Edding from downtown.
Talk about ice water.
Magsisi not wasting any time. Torres fades away. 2 points for Ryan Torres.
He's good at finding his spots on the floor.
Timeout called by Coach Will Magbuhos as we have over a minute remaining in Chapter 2. Back to reaction right here. We're seeing the crowd here in our Met Park Sports Center. Of course, in the heart of Pasay City. Possibly the parents, girlfriends of our players.
They're calling you to go home already.
Again, if you're free, please check us out.
You still have to do the laundry.
No admission here, no payment. Just pure basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. And the games are getting more intense and the stakes are getting higher.
So right now, the Seraphs really putting up a fight. The lead was as down as 8 points recently. As we're seeing on our screens, Commissioner Sir Joel Ngo, head of operations, Sir Farley Aguila, and of course, Managing Director of Nudge Productions, Sir Nori Uy. Our bosses in one table and one frame.
That's the brain trust.
NDSL Sports Director Nico Flores for handling the officials table.
Yep. Mr. Flores walked across the court to harangue our technical committee. And that cost them.
You will have to, you know, relax.
Yeah, normally what you do is you call one of the referees over and explain the situation. You don't go directly to the commissioner and you know, raise your voice and complain.
And you know, as a former player, of course, he played for the University of Manila Hawks. He knows the consequences of those technical fouls down the stretch. And not to mention, he was a back-to-back NASCO champion. So again, you know, of all people, he should know the consequences of those technical fouls. And again, what consequences it may bring down the line. Hopefully, it won't affect the Seraphs too much. Competente having a hard time, but he'll get across half court. Competente diving for it. Celis unable to get a hold of it. Sahili this time. De Jesus mid-range jumper, too strong. De Misana this time, out of bounds.
Little too over-eager. That time the Falcons.
Adamson getting surprised by what just happened. Torres to Linkiko. Laura for three. Not that time. Here goes Sikat. High pass to Sahili. Demisana losing it. A foul called on Linkiko.
You know, Demisana is playing more free, more liberated in this game because he's not sharing the spotlight with the other bigs because there are some players who are not here today.
And hopefully it brings out the best in him.
Yeah.
He had an emphatic dunk a while ago.
Exactly.
Competente. Mid-range jumper. Won't work for Renzo. He'll get it back. Finally hits.
A lot of good breaks going the way of Adamson in this quarter. Time's up.
Torres unable to beat the buzzer. That'll conclude our first half. 46-33, 13-point lead earned by the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And we'll see if they can maintain this one. But for now, we'll take a look at our move of the game. Our final score in the end of the second period, 46-33. And finally now, our move of the game. This Kobe Demisana emphatic finish. Soaring high just like a Falcon. And he'll be eligible to play next UAP season. So you better expect more of those come that time. But for now, we'll be ending our second period with the score 46-33. We'll be back for more. And at the half, it's 46-33. The Adamson Soaring Falcons able to make an insurance lead of 13 points. And hopefully it'll be enough. But of course, as you can see, the Seraphs really eager, really determined to make a difference, and of course to finally get their first win in this 25-under tournament of the NDSL basketball series.
You know, the Colegio de San Gabriel Seraphs are staying in this game because of the points off turnovers. They have a total of 8 so far compared to only 1 for Adamson.
That's going to be the primary focus coming into the third quarter, of course, for the Seraphs. But size, the problem of size really still remains.
Yes. So many second shots that Adamson's been getting.
Not to mention the likes of Gian Sikat. You know, lengthy player, very lanky, but can shoot it from downtown. Same with Renzo Competente.
And let's not forget Demisana and Jonah in the limited time that he's been playing also.
Here we go. First possession of the third period will belong to Adamson. And Jonah will start this third period. Heading this time. Oh, they swing it around very efficiently.
Twin tower alignment here for Adamson.
Heading to Sikat. Heading again. Competente. No foul call, gets it back. Fades away. 2 points for Renzo.
And see all the effort also of Jonah to be ready for the rebound.
So it's a 15-point lead. Bautista this time. Hands it off. Torres goes left. Torres will try it from deep. Won't connect. To the other side, Renzo Competente hands it off. Abayon. Edding. Abayon again to Sikat. Edding once again. The left side.
Shot clock at 4 seconds.
Jonah. He'll put one up and he'll score 2 points.
You know, just from last week, his footwork's really gotten better.
Sky's the limit for the 19-year-old Precious Jonah. Speaking of Sky,
That's the best way to block the ball. Keep it in play and get your team to score it.
Competente gets it back.
Oh, blindsided.
Stolen by Torres. Grand Theft Auto.
Well, he motored away to 2 points. Competente really upset about that. But he's got to work on his dribbling.
Corner 3, Sikat. Too strong. Coach Mark Casena's furious. Possession goes to the side of the Seraphs.
I think it was, it went off the fingertips of Jonah.
$15-point lead for Adamson. Linkiko. Torres gets it. He'll fire one. He won't make one.
Trying to bait a foul when there was absolutely no contact. So he gets a warning for faking a foul. They shouldn't let all these extracurricular things bother them. Just keep playing your game.
Adamson remains unbothered, adding 2 points.
17-point lead, biggest of the game.
3 minutes passing by, chapter 3. Torres goes left, losing it. Edding in transition, using the right hand to score.
Off to the races.
Lead has ballooned to 19 points.
Yes, remember we talked about 3 things that Colegio de San Gabriel had to do. Run it up, hit the 3, and pack the paint for rebounds. They're not doing any of those things right now.
And hopefully that'll change. But for now, Adamson will gain the possession. Sikat. That's the lane. He'll draw the foul.
That's a reach in for sure.
Number 6, second personal collisions.
We're seeing new faces for the Seraphs. Adrian Celis checks back in.
Point game. If this gets any bigger, the Seraphs might just start to lose hope.
Jonah, the big guy, unable to show some range. Competente. Won't fall for him, gets it back. Renzo fades away. Traveling called on Renzo Competente.
He traveled on the spin move.
Celis. La Losa, mid-range. Sahili grabs the rebound. O'Malley hands it off to the other side. Competente. Demisana up top. Outside again to O'Malley, back to Competente. No good, Jonah grabs it. Won't work.
What a luxury Adamson has.
It's still with the Soaring Falcons. Inside, Demisana picked up by Competente. Jonah still not falling, and Celis will run. Celis drawing a foul, 2 freebies installed for Adrian Celis.
That's one of the things we mentioned. They really have to push the tempo to get to the basket before Adamson's defense can set up.
Free throw coming up for Adrian Celis. First one is money. Second one coming up for the Taytay Rizal native.
Second one is a bouncing check.
We're nearing the 5-minute mark of our third period.
Oh, that was a bad pass. Because it was a very weak bounce pass. You're throwing the shooter off the rhythm.
Competente actually frustrated. Sahili didn't catch it. But again, Sahili had difficulties as Adrian Celis fades away for 2. Celis and Competente developing some color, showing some love towards each other.
Your idea of love needs some work.
But for now, we'll turn it over to Beyonce Puspus for a report.
Cholo and Bill, the Seraphs bench are not really that hopeless with how passionate sports director coach Kiko Flores has been reminding them that they have nothing to lose, so they must not stop fighting. Their halftime consisted mostly of boosting the team's morale and even reminiscing that they've overcome different kinds of adversity. So this is basically just another one to add to that list. His words exactly were, just keep playing and don't stop fighting. On the blue bench, Coach Wilfrey is reminding them the simplicity in basketball, saying that there's no need to dribble too much. They're well aware that rebounding is something they have to improve, as well as not being picky on who to play defense on. Just guard whoever's in front. Cholo and Bill.
Thank you very much, Beyonce. And indeed, nothing to lose, literally, as they are winless in this tournament. And perhaps, again, that may be a reason for them to win this one.
16-point advantage still for Adamson. That's a barrier that the Seraphs have not been able to crack yet.
La Losa, no good on the jump shot. Out of bounds. Adamson yet again with a possession.
Yeah, I like this combination of Demisana and Jonah, because their roles vis-a-vis each other are very well defined. One moves around under the basket, the other posts up.
A very big front court.
Oh, yeah.
Their mere presence already bothers their opponents. 12 to shoot. 3 minutes remaining in our third period. Edding, no good. Jonah, not that time. Greatly defended. Running the court. 2 points, get to the go.
Well, more of the same. And Jonah put it on the floor and lost it.
Here comes Aguinaldo.
They took his lunch money.
Oh, that counts.
Why is Adamson fouling? Because they are out of position on defense.
Buzzer sounds. Timeout called by Coach Will Magbuos as they're only up by 12 points. We'll take another look again. Aguinaldo getting aggressive with it. Drawing the foul, getting the bucket in, a chance to make it a three-point play. We'll be back for more. Bonus freebie coming up for Jester Aguinaldo as we continue our third period. With over 2 minutes remaining. Aguinaldo fumbles the freebie. Edding, the blitz on him. High pass. Competente receives it. Demisana to the corner. Sahili for three. Off.
Neither team doing so well from the three-point range in this quarter. And the Seraphs have, practically given it up because they're trying to go straight to the hole.
And Aguinaldo getting greatly bothered that time. As we have 2 minutes remaining in our third period. Again, another look. Jonah really just disorienting his opponent.
I think they're asking for a review.
So our officials will take another look on what happened. Of course, alongside Commissioner Sir Joel Ngo. As we have only 2 minutes remaining in our quarter number 3. Not exactly sure what transpired there.
They're trying to contest possession. It looked like Jonah bounced it off one of the Seraphs.
Right now we're seeing Coach Kiko Flores really furious about the calls his team has been receiving.
No, he hasn't stopped complaining.
But then again, as a former collegiate player himself, I'm sure he knows that there's going to be consequences.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like they're deeply burned down by Adamson. They're actually putting up a fight despite this 12-point deficit.
Yeah, 12 points is not so bad.
So hopefully Coach Kiko can keep his cool. And hopefully as well, his players, other players can step up. So far, Celis hasn't been really performing as they would want him to. Our officials not yet done taking a look on what happened. We're still waiting for the final verdict. And again, height has been really might for Adamson throughout this game, even though they're not necessarily the most efficient with their shots. Their height alone really bothers the defense enough to give themselves again this 12-point lead.
And you know, the thing about it is these are mobile big men for Adamson. They're not, you know, they're not just there for show.
Especially the likes of Gian Sikat hitting, I believe, already 2 3-pointers in this game. Our officials seems to have already the final verdict regarding what transpired just moments ago. So we have 2 minutes remaining in Chapter 3. There goes the whistle. So the challenge. We'll take another look. Again, the challenge of Coach Kiko Flores and the rest of the coaching staff of the Seraphs successful. As again, Jonah tried to hit the head
Yes.
of Aguinaldo.
If it were the legs, then it wouldn't be a problem. But anytime you attempt to make contact above the shoulders, that's automatically a technical foul, and you could even get thrown out of the game. The best thing to do is keep your cool. You're still up by 12.
And Jonah saying actually that it wasn't on purpose, but then again, it's not whether it was on purpose or not. And Adamson with a chance, Competente for 3. He will miss it. Inside, stolen. Stellar D from the Seraphs. Mid-range jumper, good for Aguinaldo. We have a 10-point game. Edding taking his time. Adamson sorting their cards out. Jonah to Edding. Matt Edding, nowhere to go. Inside to Jonah. Not that time.
Jonah not responding that well to pressure. 2-on-1.
Aguinaldo tried to send it to Celis. Out of bounds. Possession stays with San Gabriel. JNC Cat comes back in. More spacing for Adamson. La Losa from deep gets it to go. We have a 7-point game.
Oh boy. And that is sheer effort on the part of the Seraphs. Now Adamson has to show that they have poise.
Pure hard work and pure hustle for the Seraphs. Again, only a 7-point game. Celis gets the steal.
Playing the passing lane. And look, Adamson too tired to get back down on D.
But Sikat able to block that shot in transition for the Seraphs. Meanwhile,
Demisana
Sahili.
could have taken the shot.
Edding, easy to burn out the fire.
What a hero he's been.
9-point game. Shot clock is off. Down to 4 seconds. 2 seconds. La Losa. Stripped away of the ball. That'll do it for our first 3 periods. 56-47. The Seraphs cut this lead to just 9 points for Adamson. And it's not anybody's ball game. And we'll wait for the start of our 4th period. Should be an interesting one. Talk about the basketball shown by the CDGSA. What a game so far. And we'll wait for our 4th period. We'll be back for more action. again, it's 56 to 47. And again, what a quarter it has been for the Seraphs. Coming alive and cutting this one to just a single-digit lead for the Soaring Falcons.
I think Adamson changed their mindset. They became more defensive, more careful with the ball, and the shot selection deteriorated. They have every advantage in the world, and this is up to them whether to keep this lead or lose it.
Exactly. Seems like their offensive game was sacrificed for their defensive game. But right now, they have to change things up. It's not working. The Seraphs able to find solutions. De Los Santos to Celis. He'll try it from deep.
That was a forced shot.
Competente to Umali. Back to Renzo. He'll attack. Outside again. Umali for three. The Seraphs now running. Aguinaldo goes left. The floater rolls out. Put back. No good from La Losa.
Adamson has to put an extra body under the backboard for rebounding. They're really shoving Jonah out of the way.
Sikat in and out of the shot. The Seraphs dodging a bullet. Aguinaldo drawing a foul. Sikat in disbelief.
The only thing that might be construed as a foul there is that he turned sideways instead of squared up to defend the shot.
So all Gian Sikat could do was laugh. Meanwhile, it's Aguinaldo shooting freebies. First one goes in. And it's going to be crucial down the line. Second one could make it just a 7-point lead.
Now, it's important for Adamson to maintain their composure, play the way they've been playing, and not worry about the score.
2 out of 2 for Aguinaldo.
What is the biggest lead? 17 points? Now it's down to 7.
The Seraphs. Reese turning on the switch, turning up the dial.
There should be a foul there. You have to give the offensive player room to turn.
So it's Jonah's turn to shoot some free throws.
Well, for Adamson's sake, we hope he makes them.
Oh, no free throws. Jonah.
There's one with free throws.
He didn't want 2 points. He wanted 3 points.
Yes, he got greedy.
Precious Jonah. Indeed precious to the Adamson Soaring Falcons. A possibility of a 3-point play.
I think I know what his parents' favorite movies are.
3-point play completed. And just like that, it's back to a double-digit lead for the Soaring Falcons. Aguinaldo.
This is an important stretch of the game for the Seraphs. They can't allow Adamson to pad the lead again.
In and out for Fritz La Losa. Meanwhile, Sikat to Abayon. Competente. Now Umali. Inside again to Abayon. Outside. Competente for 3. No good.
They need to help out Jonah under the basket. He's getting boxed out very well.
Celis. To Aguinaldo again. To the other side, La Losa. One more try. Still won't go in.
No need to rush. There's a tug of war for control of the game. Nice pass.
Jonah. No 2 points for him.
Should have been a foul there somewhere. He got bumped at least twice. You can see how tired the players of the Seraphs are. Now banging bodies with someone that big will take a toll.
But the job is not yet over. Umali will bring it out. Jonah still on the floor. He's trying to get free. Sikat will try instead. He won't make it. That's off the back iron.
You know, it's okay to box out, but they're starting to outright push him away now.
Celis goes right. Draws the foul. And now 2 freebies will be given to Adrian Celis.
So many unnecessary fouls in this game.
A chance to put this lead into just single-digit one. First one is in.
Very important free throws. What they're trying to do and have done successfully is shake the confidence of Adamson.
4 out of 2 for Adrian Celis. 9-point game. Abayon to Sahili. Great tap away by Lalosa.
Still 16 seconds on the clock. They're rotating big men on Jonah just to make sure doesn't get any offensive boards.
The Misana inside. He's too big.
Oh, definitely.
An 11-point game again. Celis for 3. Too strong. Foul on Abayon. Aguinaldo will bring it out from the baseline. Seems to be a timeout first called by Coach Mark Acenas. (61-50), 11-point lead for Adamson. We'll be back for more. Back to the action. Again, Adamson having this 11-point lead. The Seraphs slowly but surely able to cut this one. But the question will be, will they run out of time as we only have under 7 minutes remaining in our game?
Well, you know, they shake up the confidence of Adamson a little bit more and continue to wear them down. Remember, players get more tired towards the end of a game. So it's still possible for them. There's enough time to turn this thing around.
They will have possession. Celis will be the one to bring it out. But they have a red and play. Aguinaldo to Bautista. Celis again. Celis. Aguinaldo, no good from deep.
Yes, they gave him that shot.
Sahili. The Misana tapped away.
Oh, it bounced off his foot.
Good defense coming from Bautista.
Yes, they're really taking the proper risks. You know, swiping at the ball when it's stationary, playing the passing lanes. They're very good at finding openings.
So Aguinaldo and company will try to convert. Aguinaldo, oh, fumbled. Jonah gets a hold of it.
And wisely gave it up.
Abayon, back to O'Malley outside.
That's too much contact, I think. The refs have allowed them to push around Jonah.
So MJ Domingo getting called.
He's the sacrificial lamb.
Sacrificial lamb indeed. take another look again, having a hard time.
No, but now he's downright hooking and shoving already. One more, they'll be in the penalty.
Demisana brings out the boom.
You know, all of these interruptions are actually benefiting Adamson because their players are getting time to catch their breath.
Celis outside. No good from Domingo. And the Seraphs starting to miss.
Yes. If Adamson can ride out the next 2 minutes with this lead, they'll be in great shape.
O'Malley goes left. Changes pace. Drops it to Jonah. 2 points.
Great presence of mind by Jonah to maintain control after the contact.
The bang in the bucket for Precious Jonah. With a possibility to make it a 3-point play. Another look. Another unselfish pass for CJ O'Malley. So Jonah is at the line. 3-point play converted. Slowly but surely, the Seraphs getting thrown out of the woods. But they'll answer back with their own 2 points.
Time is slowly becoming an ally of the Soaring Falcons.
Another offensive foul.
Yes, that time Jonah didn't want to take it anymore. So he retaliated. Now both teams are in the penalty. 4:33 to go. We might end up with a free throw shooting contest.
Torres. That's off.
The rest of the team was not prepared for that shot.
Another 4 minutes remaining in our game. Demisana checks back in.
Oh,
Stolen.
bad pass.
Linkiko converts.
Now you're keeping the hopes of the Seraphs alive.
Sahili outside again. Demisana for 3. Rattles out.
That would have been big. 2-on-1.
Magsisi. 2 points again.
10-point game, and Adamson might want to call a timeout here.
De Jesus goes right. Inside to Jonah for the slam.
What a pass! Jonah merely stepped forward and caught the ball.
Torres way off. Gets it back. No good. Bautista.
No need to foul. You can just, you know, put up your hand, play honest defense, because you'll get the ball if they make the shot in the first place.
2 freebies coming up for Denver Bautista. Another look on that Precious Jonah slam.
Thank you.
First one is good for Denver Bautista. Two out of 2. Make it again a 10-point lead.
But now, the Seraphs have to rush. There's no two ways about it. They have to rush.
And perhaps make some threes here and there. Edding. Inside the Jonah again.
Oh, that's going to be a technical for hanging onto the rim.
Height is truly might. Precious Jonah just abusing the rim.
Oh my goodness.
What a way to get 2 points.
The problem is he might have given them back.
So 2
Oh,
technical
no.
fouls on Precious Jonah. First, as we all know, that unsportsmanlike foul, and of
Yes.
course, hanging on the rim.
Well, at least he went out on a high note. And hopefully their lead will hold for 3 minutes.
So it's a 21-point lead, 11-point lead rather, for Adamson. Very manageable for the Seraphs. No need to panic. Magsisi stops. Won't score. Linkiko cleans up his own teammate's mess.
Now they have to turn up the defensive pressure and force some turnovers.
Oh, Edding losing the basketball for a short while.
They just have to use more clock and they'll be okay.
Edding.
But they have to score.
Uses the Demisana pick.
Clock
Edding.
down to 2 seconds.
Oh, that's
Oh!
good still for Kobe Demisana.
Big basket there.
Unable to respond was the Seraphs.
They just have to ride out the next couple of minutes.
Edding will spearhead the offense. Competente, back to Edding. Demisana again. Outside Abayon. Turnover by Adamson. Shot clock violation.
Well, that's okay because they managed to play keep away. No turnovers.
Here goes nothing for the Seraphs. Play off.
That's the ball game.
Adamson to just burn some time right here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they will. Edding. Dancing against his opponent. Edding. No 2 points.
Adamson's going to call a timeout. A cautionary timeout.
Coach Will Magbuas calling a timeout as they're up by 9 points, single-digit lead. Over a minute remaining. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here for the last 1 minute of our game.
All they have to do is avoid any major disasters.
Indeed, all they have to do is play basketball the right way. Abayon will score and one. I mean, they didn't need to do that, but again,
Yeah.
just to make things sure, Abayon will go to the line with a possibility of a three-point play.
Well, double bonus. They used up almost all the clock. They scored. And they can get an extra free throw.
And again, Adamson really just taking care of business today. I mean, obviously, at the first part of the game, it was clear they had a hard time, but as time continued, they were aware of their disadvantages and advantages.
Well, they had a lot of material in terms of size.
And of course, credit to Coach Will Magbuhos, able to use his instruments in great fashion. And of course, again, Adamson adjusting, recognizing the things they're good at, the things they lack. And right now, it will lead to a win for them. Their second win, I believe, of this NDSL 25 and under, making the record 2-2. As they lost to Smash Basketball, of course, that very first game, and to Sanbera as well, the Red Lions.
It also means they have one more game to ensure that they make it to the Final Four.
Looks like that's it. Our players, looks like they will just dribble it out. Seven and a half seconds remaining.
They'll probably just take a long shot.
They will still try to shoot. There you have it. But that does it for our game. 76-63, that is our final score. 13-point W for the Soaring Falcons of San Marcelino. They'll go home with a win. On the other side, the up-and-coming Seraphs will have to go back to the drawing board, to their film room, and to study what they did wrong this game. And hopefully it will all change for the next one. But for now, one team will go on top, and that is the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And what a game it has been. Again, the Seraphs really fighting, but again, the Adamson Falcons just too big and too strong, and they were able to recognize that advantage and of course utilize it towards the W. And we present to you our move of the game. One more look at our final score, 65-76. That was our correct final score. Let's take a look at our player of the game. This guy has been phenomenal. The primary ball handler of this Soaring Falcon squad, Matt Edding, former Baby Falcon as well, staying true to his roots, and hopefully we'll see him next season in the Team A of the UAAP. As we're waiting for his availability, of course, we would want to hear his thoughts about this W. But then again, great performance as well by his teammates. He was the one to set up his teammates, so certainly none of his teammates could perform without his services, without his extra passes. The mark of a true point guard. And on the other side, of course, the Seraphs also a lot of contributors on their side, just really not enough. Again, Adamson just too big, too strong, too efficient as well. And we'll be back for more action, but before that, we would like to invite you to watch our next game. Our fifth game of the day. It's between the St. Clair Saints and, of course, Smash Basketball, only in the 25 and under division. So again, this has been Cholo Pangilinan, the Bill Velasco, and Beyonce Puspus. And this is the one and only NDSL 25 and under basketball series.